afternoon, GRAR members. This is your March President and Board of Directors update. And you may notice that this is not Kathy Huppa, who is normally my sidekick, but we have decided to keep her in Ionia due to the roads, and I have invited Joe Zarnick today. And I welcome you, Joe. Thank you for being willing.
Glad to help.
Yes, thank you so much. So I want to begin letting you know a little bit about our Board of Directors meeting today. We did invite the GRAR group with us, and that was about 19 members that joined us today, and that was very good. I think it was very insightful for them, and a definite learning curve in their leadership program. And I also want to make mention to you today that we have secured, I know you've probably already seen it on Facebook, but if you haven't, we have indeed secured and signed the contract for Flex MLS to be our next software provider for our listings and our searches and so forth. And we expect to have it rolling out for us as members on a trial basis towards the end of July and early August, something through there. So we've got a lot to do between now and then to get ready. You won't necessarily be able to input listings at the time, but we're looking towards October 1, I think will be the actual transition time. So we are getting past the spring market for that, and we're hopeful that it's picking a little bit of a slower time for us to transition, and we're all going to be in this together. So, Joe, I think you want to bring us to the next topic.
Thank you. As you may know, every 4 years, the National Association of Realtors require us to take a code of ethics training. Lucky you, this year is the year. The good
Lucky
year,
us.
Yeah. The good news is this year you have the option of taking it online. So look forward to notices about that coming up in the next couple months.
Yep, good. We also this afternoon invited our accountants in, and we had our yearly financial review to look at our budget and make sure that all the numbers were good, and they secured for us that everything matched. The review went very well, and so the Board of Directors also approved last year's 2013 final numbers and our financial statements, so that was good. Want to move into another discussion that we had that is going to be a little bit different, and even for myself, who's kind of an older realtor, I'm going to have to transition to something new. And we decided as a Board of Directors, as we're looking to Flex MLS, to move off of the computer section searches. As we're looking for our buyers and setting that up, we're going to move off of computer sections and roll with either mapping or parcel numbers and addresses and going that direction. So that's going to be a big change for a lot of us, myself included, and I'm kind of old school that way, but I know things are changing and I have to jump on that too. So, and then Joe, you wanted to help us out?
As you may be aware, some of our listings are being run on Craigslist as rentals by unscrupulous people and causing us great grief, and for our sellers. Well, now we found out that it's appearing on Zillow that some of our listings are being run as rentals when they aren't in fact. So we're asking everybody, when you get a listing, or run your listings through Google Alert to see where they're being posted, so you can head this off at the pass and prevent a big problem for yourself and your clients.
Yep, that's a good idea. And then what's happening at the City of Grand Rapids?
In May, the City of Grand Rapids is having a vote for extending their income tax, which was a temporary increase, and I believe it's up at the end of this year, and they're going to be requesting to extend it for several more years. This is a good news, bad news situation. The good news is if it passes, we will no longer be responsible for doing sidewalk inspections, and sellers will not have to pay the repairs. It'll be covered by some of the revenue from the tax increase. The bad news is it's a rather large tax increase, maybe in the neighborhood of $9 million a year, and it's sort of, if you've been in Grand Rapids and seen the roads, some of it is probably being earmarked for that. So the Board of Directors decided to take a neutral stance on this issue and not vote to either endorse it or to vote against this happening. So for further information, you might want to check the Grand Rapids City of Grand Rapids website and get in the Grand Rapids Press MLive and come up to your own conclusion.
There you go. That's the way it should be. And finally, I want to just wrap up with the other part of our interesting discussion this afternoon on the Board of Directors. And if you've been on the Facebook page, you may have engaged in the question of the day that I proposed, is whether or not we as an association should consider getting rid of our Zillow Trulia feed and keep it at the broker level, or what do we really do? And we really just engaged and just started to scratch the surface as it related to that discussion. And feel free to jump in on the discussion that's still on the Grand Rapids Association of Realtors Facebook page, and cast your own vote. We have a lot to talk about to see if that's something that's advantageous for us at the end of the day, and what we do as an association. So we've by no means come to a conclusion. We've only scratched the surface. So that's about it. You have anything else, Joe? This is your big debut, you know.
I heard a rumor, it's only a rumor, that it may hit 50 degrees next week. Don't take my word for it.
It may or may not happen, right? Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate all your views, and we'll talk to you next month. Thank you.
Bye-bye.